and welcome back to Desert DIY. If you are new here, my name is Corey. Today I'm going to be doing a collaboration with Kristana of Bella Renovare, and if you are not familiar with her, she is an extremely artistic furniture flipper and furniture painter. I guess a furniture artist would be the best way to put it, but she does amazing colorful stuff, and we decided to do work that was inspired by each other's videos and style. She chose to do a bench that she was inspired by my bench that I did with the yellow pom-poms on it, and I decided to do sort of like a stripes and geometric sort of thing. I can't give you any more details or else I'll give it away, but that's how I was inspired from her, which was her colors and her geometric things that she does sometimes on her pieces. And the piece that I chose to make over today was this dresser right here, and it is all fake wood, pressed wood, and it had these big knots looking things on the sides. It was in pretty good shape. There was really nothing horribly wrong or anything, but I had a young lady who also got that yellow desk that I recently did, and I will link that above right now. But she loves light pink, like fiery orange, and bright yellow. Those are her favorite colors, and I thought that is just so unique and cool, so I wanted to go all out and use the rest of her favorite colors on this piece here. I got this dresser from somebody who donated a whole bunch of furniture to me. Some of the pieces you've already seen that she donated to me was the couch. She donated that to me, and she donated this entire bedroom set, which some of it has already been donated as it is, since it is in such good condition. So this piece I saved because I knew that this individual needed a tall dresser, and I figured I could redo this one for her. The first thing that we did was sand it down with 220 grit sandpaper to help the paint stick to this piece. Since it is fake wood, you want to be careful when you're sanding. You don't want to sand too deep into that pressed material. And my husband decided to help me out on this piece, and I appreciate it so much. He's starting to get into the furniture flipping with me, and I think that he enjoys helping me out. The color that I chose for her, based on the colors she sent me, was this apple blossom color that was from Behr, and it was a very light pink, and it also matched a spray paint that I will use later on. And I used an HVLP paint sprayer that I bought from Harbor Freight. It was very affordable. Sometimes it's even on sale for like $9.99. And I use a 20-gallon compressor, although you only need a 15-gallon. And in order to get a really smooth finish without any blotchiness, you're going to want to do long, even, and overlapping strokes. So I kind of split my strokes into thirds and overlap them about 3 times with a very wide spray when I do large flat pieces like this. You can see how wide the spray is right here, and the overspray is fine. It is better to spray over the edge instead of not spraying over the edge. You get a better finish. And in order to clean these up, it's super easy. You just use soap and water, and I particularly prefer to spray at 50 psi. This is what happens when you have faux wood that the edges get beat up on, and the way to fix that to where it gives you an even paint finish is to spray it quite a few times with shellac, and then keep spraying paint back over that once that's dry until you don't see that anymore. The shellac gets rid of the texture after a few coats. In order to get behind the drawers here, I taped them off, and you can see there's a tiny bit of overspray, which I ended up sanding off very easily. But these drawers don't come out. It's another one of those mystery drawers where there's like a safety feature that does not allow you to pull the drawers out. We tried a bunch of different things, and they just did not want to come out, and I didn't want a chance breaking anything since everything was in very good condition as it was. This was actually such a nice relief to have a piece that didn't really need to be repaired. The first color of my design is going to be this flat white from Rust-Oleum. I chose to start it with flat so that it helps all the rest of the paints stick really well. Since again, this is faux wood, I use this as kind of like a primer. You're going to let it fully dry before taping off any kind of designs on it, because if you don't, it's going to stick to the paint, it's going to stick to the tape and come off. If you haven't guessed yet, I'm doing a buffalo check pattern on the side here. I've done buffalo check one other time. This second color I'm going to use is called Candy Pink. It is almost exactly the same as the Apple Blossom color. The reason why I didn't just do the whole dresser in this is because I wouldn't have had enough in a spray can to do it, and I was trying to use some leftover paint from this spray can that I used from another project. And you're going to want to remove the tape while the paint is still wet whenever you can. I just reused that same tape on the other side and painted on that side, which I already did before I show you this. And now I'm taping off the next design in the buffalo check. And this color that I'm going to paint next is still that Apple Blossom pink color, but I'm only going to do a very light dusting so you can see that you can see through it to where there's a lot more white, and it makes more dimension in your stripes for the buffalo check, since I am doing different colors instead of staying all in the same color scheme. And you of course have to let that dry really well before taping off again. I'm taping off the area that I just dusted with the light pink, and you will see why when it's all done. Buffalo check is really hard to figure out when you are using different colors, and this is my third color. It's called Fire Orange, which I thought was perfect for her favorite colors that she had sent me, and I'm just doing a very light coat of this Fire Orange on the last squares of the design. And this took me a while to figure out how exactly to do this design, and I practiced it on a piece of paper before I decided to do it on the dresser. So if you're going to use multiple different colors for a buffalo check, I highly recommend you practice it first. I went and bought a paint match of that fiery orange and hand painted some more of that orange on the front of the dresser. I felt like it was just looking too flat and boring on the front with just plain pink, so I went ahead and added some dimension by filling in the details. And then my husband spray painted the handles white for me while I was doing all of this other work. It was really nice having his help on this. This dresser got done so quickly, considering that I had to wait over and over again for dry time. I decided to seal this entire piece with shellac, and I'm honestly feeling like I want to seal most of my projects with shellac. It is such a strong sealer, and a clear coat that lasts for a really long time. I'm actually kind of liking it more than I like the Minwax polyacrylic. I just feel like it seals so well, and there's really nothing it can't hide or seal in. Here it is when it is all done. I love how it turned out. It was a really fun experiment. I'm having a blast trying other people's styles, and look at the shine that the shellac gives this piece. It was such a smooth finish. I'm so happy with how this sprayed finish came out. And of course, comment down below and tell me what you think of this buffalo check and this color combination. I can't wait to hear from you guys about what you think of this, because again, it is so out of my comfort zone. And I also sprayed this bonus little matching lamp for her because I figured that she probably would need some more lamps in her house. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw today, don't forget to hit subscribe down below to see more, and head on over to Kristana's page after this and see her makeover of her bench. You will not regret it. She's amazing. Bye!